Mao Zedong was not a native speaker of Mandarin, and in fact, Mandarin speakers often struggle to understand his speeches without subtitles. Today, the word Chinese is often used to refer specifically to standard Mandarin, but ironically, this would mean that Chinese was a foreign language to Mao. He was raised in the region of Hunan speaking Old Shang, and the difference between this language and Mandarin has been compared to the difference between Portuguese and French. In China, there's a group of languages which linguists call the Chinese languages, and they all descended from Middle Chinese. It's similar to Europe's Romance languages, which all descended from Roman or Latin. And in both cases, something called a dialect continuum formed. Over time, local varieties became more distinct from each other, with mutual intelligibility tapering the farther you went away from your birthplace. In some parts of Europe, you can still see this Romance dialect continuum pretty clearly, although the rise of national languages has made it less obvious. But when Mao was born in China in 1893, China's dialect continuum was still pretty smooth, meaning that you had to travel pretty far to realize that the whole country didn't just speak one language. So for instance, between Old Shang and Mandarin, there's New Shang, and it's between them both geographically and linguistically. Kind of like how Portuguese and Spanish are closer linguistically than Portuguese and French. Anyway, Mao had to learn Mandarin as a foreign language essentially, although another way to describe it might be gradually Mandarinizing his Old Shang. But his phonetics were always heavily influenced by his upbringing, leading to a distinct foreign accent. This is ironic because he was actually an enormous promoter of standard Beijing Mandarin. Other Chinese languages weren't officially banned, but they were given a subordinate status, which has led to many of them losing speakers over time. Kind of like how France smoothed over all the dialectal diversity that they used to have.